inside this box is something that was sold to me as new in the box. Now the box has been opened, but this was new in the box, and it went into the box 45 years ago, so 1975. As you can see on the box right over there, 1975. It is a Grundig product, and it is the Hi-Fi Box 210A. Now all the things here are faded, so there is a number right over here, some of the original stickers, but I can't really see what it is saying here. But Hi-Fi means high fidelity. This was an old norm that hi-fi gear used to have. This was about 1966 that they introduced that, to make sure that all the quality of the equipment that was being brought onto market was a little bit more reliable. But after some 30 years, so 1996, these standards were actually met by everything that was being made, so it's quite obsolete. A few of the things of this norm still are in effect, and well, it was more of a commercial thing. It was for some time, 30 years, it was a norm that your equipment needed to get, but it is nothing anymore. So on the other side we have the same Grundig. Here the old tape of the Grundig is also still on there. It's beautiful. On the top, let me cover this up, but on the top it says top side. Oben means above, top side, and well, that's actually it. Let's put the camera in another position and let's open this up. So let's see what happens. Okay, what have we here? Here we have some connectors, some kind of, I don't know what this is yet. Something like maybe to hang it on the wall, I don't know. A nice bit of cover. Well, let's put this aside and let's find out later on what is happening. Something is... let's pick up this. So this is where everything is put in, and here we have a first glance at... this is from the people I bought it from. As I told you, it was opened. It comes with we need to do this in another way. Can I get this out this way? Okay, so these are the original stands. You put this one in here and then you can turn them the way that you want. These need a little bit of a cleanup, as I can see. You can put this in other positions. Probably this one should be there, and it looks like maybe one is missing. Oh, over here. Here we go. Yeah, so now we are complete again. So these are the stands for this little beauty. As you can see, this is still the original cable with the original plugs to put into your receiver or whatever you want to use it for. Oh, these are quite heavy. This looks like a little dent. I'm not sure if this is really new in the box. but looking at it, it has some dents, but this is still a very interesting loudspeaker. Let's look at the other one. So here we have the same thing, another stand and another loudspeaker. This one, the black part, looks a lot better. This, well, maybe after a little bit of cleaning. This one doesn't seem to have, just a few scratches. And the original cable again. Here's another one of these things for the stand. So let's make sure I'm not going to lose that one. Some of the old foam is still in here, and I don't think there will be much more under here, but let's just check. Nope, that's it. Empty box. Well, with another one of the feet for the stand. So this one is a little bit broken. So I'm not sure if this is never been used, but I can tell you this still looks pretty cute. 45 years old. Now I have to find a way to make them play. But this, for now, was the unboxing of the GRUNDIG HiFi Box 210A. I hope you liked it. Okay, I thought, well, let me show you what happens with this stand. So if I take this off, you put the stand like this. You have 3 of these things that you can change around, or some of them came loose, so you can change them around. And what you do behind here, the cable can go. So this is actually what it looks like, and from the sides this is what it looks like. And now on an old nice 60s table, this should be maybe just a great thing. Now I do know at the moment I only have one amplifier that has these plugs, so let me see what I'm going to do about that. I think it's a waste to cut them off because they're still original, but maybe there's an adapter to go from here to banana plug or bare wire. I have to figure that one out. For now I'm going to give these things a clean, and I'll keep you updated on how they are doing. Okay, so here's another close-up of the stand. I gave it a clean, and some of these were loose, but some of them weren't. And looking at all those, I could see that 3 like this is how it's supposed to be, and they have one of these on the rear. And I showed you this. Well, this actually is, take it out. This is a system in order to hang it on the wall. So this will go like that. You screw this one, I think, on the wall, and then you connect them together like this. You see that? Like that. And I'm guessing this thing is in order to make this look a little better when connected to the wall. That's what my guess would be. So 3 of these on top, 3 of these right over here. You have this connection to make it a little bit more beautiful, and I'm thinking that if you use it without, you have these two like bumpers for when you want to place it against a wall, that it has a little bit of protection without scratching this the chrome on this. So this is what it looks like when it is cleaned and how it should be used. Also, I found an old manual online, long live the internet, so I'm going to study that and see what else I can do with this. But here you get a little bit of an impression of what Grundig thought it would look like. Okay, see you later. And there's one other thing. This is the thing that I picked out of the box at first. I'm not going to use these, so I am not going to unpack them. But when you screw this in to the ceiling, you have a way of securing the loudspeaker cable right over here, and this gives you a way that you can hang these loudspeakers on from the ceiling. Here's a little picture from that. So if you look over here, you see that. Can I make it bigger? Yes, I can make it bigger. So over there you see how the ball is, the loudspeaker is hanging, and how the cable is routed through this little device. And this is from the other side. So this is what you can use. Is there any way that it says how long the loudspeaker cable is? No, it doesn't say so. But anyways, this is how you use those two things. And here's a final impression of what it looks like on the stands. If you can place them against the wall like this, maybe you can even place them a little bit higher up. I don't know. Of course, you can give it your own twist that you think, what you think the angle should be. Well, let me know. If you have ever had some of these, let me know. Do you remember what they sound like? Did you like it? Did you hang them from the ceiling? Did you have this stand? Or did you have another way of displaying it? Let me know. And one more thing, because there are some scratches and stuff like that. I don't know how much this has been used or not, but I was of course looking at the internet at pictures. Here's one picture that I have. I don't know how well it shows, maybe not well enough. But what you can see here is that the loudspeaker cable is very much colored, you know, like old keyboards get yellow. Some of the pictures I see, they have this yellow kind of loudspeaker cable. This still looks clean, not having been in the sun too much, and yes, it still looks very pristine. So maybe only for display they have been putting them out, or just because they were curious, but this looks pretty new. Okay, and looking any further, this is the plug. This has some wear, so I'm pretty sure this has been used, but hopefully not too much. Hopefully they didn't break it and it still works. But looking at this plug, I can see there is some scratch marks on there to show that this thing has been used, but who knows, maybe just for demonstration for 1 or 2 times, or maybe they just completely destroyed it already. Let's find out. And I found a picture on the internet explaining what the configuration looks like. So you have a woofer, well, probably mid-bass, I don't know, a low frequency driver on the bottom, and on top of that there is the high frequency, the tweeter, or maybe mid and high. I don't know how they connected these two, but this appears to be a two-way, and this is what it looks like. And look at that, we have sound. It's horrible compressed FM music from a very old receiver, but that is the receiver that has the right connections for these loudspeaker cables, and I can tell you both of them are working. So next step is going to be to find a way to get a good signal in there, but well, for now I'm going to let them play a little bit, warm up a little bit. Let's see what's happening. Okay, there's one more thing that I would like to share. You see, this is the receiver that I showed you, and it has these DIN connections, and I do not have any equipment that has these DIN outputs. And over here you can see the antenna output, so I do not have an antenna connected at this moment. So everything that I was able to play through the GRUNDIG loudspeakers was some radio, but mostly a lot of noise. So I thought, well, it would be great if I could add a good source to this. And then I thought, wait a minute, last week I sold some quad equipment, also a quad FM4 that had a DIN connection, and it reminded me that at one point I had made custom made a cable with a DIN connection on one side and the tulip plugs connections on the other side. So this cable allows me to, if we look down here, to have the CD player with the currently in use analog connections, and connect this CD player to the as you can see, you can put a record player or a tape deck on there, so I put it in the tape deck entrance. Let's see if this works, and if it does, let's hear a little sound clip. Okay, the connections are made and everything seems to be working, so let's see what happens.
Slow dancing, no dancing at all. There's no dancing like slow dancing. That's the way I have a ball.
And there's no music like mellow music, no music at all. There's no dancing like slow dancing. That's the way I have a ball. I remember when we did the boogie woogie, and we called it if I would rather do my dancing cheek to cheek and whisper that sweet talk. I just love that dancing, just slow dancing. Love that music, mellow music. No dancing like slow dancing. That's the way I have a ball. call it art. I would rather do my dancing cheek to cheek and whisper that sweet.
Okay, well, that concludes this little intro to these nice little loudspeakers from GRUNDIG. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Make sure to give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time.